Hello everyone, welcome to IAS with exam. Basically this IAS with Arihant. Okay, so as you know students every day at 9 p.m. we are discussing about the Indian polity, and the series is especially for the prelim series. Okay, so basically if you're preparing for any state PSC examination as well as UPSC examination, and if you dream to be an IAS officer, so you must go with the series students. Along with the same, I recommend you one thing. There is a very beautiful book that is basically made by Arihant, and this book is basically considered as a prelims possible. And basically we are discussing this session, means we are discussing in the session about the same book. We are discussing about MCQs in a very specific format that is arranged in this book students. Okay, so let me show you what we are going to discuss and how we are going to discuss the same. Okay, so see, this book contains lots of information. Along with that, there are some specific features that make this book very unique. Okay, if you see, this book is divided into chapter, as well as there is a chapter wise questions, but there are some topics also. So each chapter is divided into topics. Okay, as today we are going to discuss about the chapter number 3 part. Let me show you here. Basically we are going to discuss the chapter number 3 part schedule article of Indian Constitution. It contains 3 important topics, and in the today's class we are going to discuss about the parts of Indian Constitution. That's why this book is going to be very, very beautiful for you. Okay, so means it is going to be important for you, and it is going to build a good concept. Okay, so automatically you are able to solve question in your examination hall. Okay, so if you see here, there are some feature of this book students. As I told you already, chapter wise topic wise division, topical mind maps are there, 100% error free explanation. Along with that, there is a knowledge plus for the typical questions. Okay, so there will be some important data we are going to share with you. Along with that, there is a 3500 plus PYQ bullets. So this is totally depend on the previous year question paper, as well as some important questions are also there. So we are going to start the same. Okay, if you feel doubt, if you feel any difficulties, you all are free to ask any question. Okay, so we will start with the first question. First we'll discuss about this topic and what we are going to discuss. Okay, so see, if you see students, this chapter is part, schedule and article of the Indian Constitution, and basically it contain in the first chapter, in the first topic, it contain part of Indian Constitution. So as you know students, our Constitution was fully implemented on 26th of January 1950, and once we compare from 26th of January 1950, at that time our Constitution contained 22 parts. Okay, there's a 395 articles, and at that time there was 8 schedule. Okay, so 22 parts, 395 article and 8 schedule students. After that, in our Constitution, some modification took place by article number 368, and that 368 mentioned for the Constitution amendment. Okay, so under this Constitution amendment, some modification took place in our Indian Constitution, and as you know students, till the time 105 constitutional amendments takes place. Okay, and in this amendment students, what you find, some new parts added. Okay, new part added, new articles added, as well as few schedule was also added. So I'm going to give first information ki there are few parts added, means there are few sub part added in our Indian Constitution by amendment. So we will discuss about the amendment also, as well as there is a separate chapter for constitutional amendment in the same series students. Okay, so presently if you talk about today, so this is today I think it is 22nd of February and 2024. So if we talk about today, we have 25 parts. Okay, you will get different places, different data, approximately 478 articles. You will get somewhere 70, somewhere 65, as well as we have 12 schedule. So we'll discuss about the same. We'll discuss about the same as well as their question also. Okay, so let's start with the same, students. Have a screenshot for the same. And now from here I'm just going to give important information related to part as well as what subject included there, including articles also. So if you see here in part 1 of Indian Constitution, there is a subject named as Union and its territory. Means it's contain the information about the Union, okay, means the complete India. Article 1, 2, 3 and 4. Article 1 is basically mentioning about India, that is Bharat shall be the union of state. So it is mentioning two things, name of the state, name of the country, along with that what type of polity we have. So we are basically union. Okay, so article 2 and 3, if you want to create a new state or if there's a modification required, okay, in the state, then what is going to change, it is mentioned in part means this article 4 of Indian Constitution. Part 2 basically citizenship, article 5 to 11. Part 3 is fundamental right, article 12 to 35. Part 4 directive principle of state policy, article 36 to 51. And I like to mention one more thing, students, here from where this concept was derived. As you know, citizenship is derived from the UK, okay, fundamental right is from USA, directive principle from Ireland. Okay, if you discuss here this part 4a, initially in our Indian Constitution fundamental duties are not added, but this fundamental duty is added in our Indian Constitution by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976, students. And what you find, this fundamental duty is derived from USSR, and there is only one article, article 51A, and initially it contained 10 fundamental duty, but one more fundamental duty added. So now we have 11 fundamental duty in our Indian Constitution, students. Article 51. If you see here, basically part 5 of Indian Constitution, it is mentioning about the union government. Okay, so how this union government is here, basically if you see, if we talk about the part 5, it contain, okay, it contain about the policies, or you can say power division related to the union, about the complete nation. So in the union, from president, vice president, council of minister, parliament, as well as their function duties, including Supreme Court and CAG, Supreme Court and CAG, these all included under the union. And there's an article start from 52 and up to 151, basically under the union provision, students. If we talk about the part number 6, there is a state government. A very good evening, everyone. There is a state government, and article 152 to 237. Student, what you find, initially there was a part named as part number 7, and part number 7 has a article 238. So now it was abolished. In simple language, you can say it is now removed by 7th Constitutional Amendment Act 1956. So it is no more. It is repealed now. Okay, if we talk about the part number 8, that contain about the union territory, and their provision will start from article 239 to 242. See, students, part 9, basically it includes about the panchayat. Okay, and this is added by 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. Okay, so this is 1992 when the 73rd amendment was done, but implementation was done in 1993. Okay, I hope you all getting it. Okay, everyone. So if you see, for rural area there is a panchayat, and for urban area there is a municipalities. Okay, in Hindi it is called as nagar palikaएं, and it contains Article 243P to 243ZG and article for the Panchayat 243 to 243O. Okay, if we talk about basically part number 9B about the cooperative society, it was added later by in 2011 by 97th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, so it contains article from 2ZS to 243ZS to 243ZT. I hope everyone remember up to this. After that, you are going to be very selective, but I recommend you one thing: try to include at least the outline, so it will make a plus point for the preparation, because once sometime you'll get a question that is based on the article, so you are able to find out ki it is connected with what. Okay, like part 10 of Indian Constitution contain the schedule and tribal area. So schedule area and tribal area provision, and this is basically starting from article 244 to 244A. Okay, part number 11, very important, that is a relation between the union and state, 245 to 263. Very important provision is here. Okay, so just try to remember. Now it is divided into basically two chapters. One is legislative relation, 245 to 255, as well as administrative relation. Okay, so 256 to 263. So try to remember in this format also. And everyone aware with the part number 12, because there was a very beautiful article was added, article 300A. So article 300A, right to property, is here, and it is included by which article? By which amendment? So initially it was the part of article number 31. Okay, right to property, but later at the time of Morarji Desai, I am just waiting for your answer, students. Morarji Desai government 1978, there was a modification, and that is the 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, and by that modification, students, this provision is shifted to article 300A. Okay, so try to connect with the same. Then we have article number 13. Okay, that is connected with the trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India, and that contain article 301 to 307. Okay, so this is also important. And if you see, students, here part number 14 of Indian Constitution, and as students you all preparing for this examination, so you must know part number 14 contain basically Union and State Public Service Commission. Okay, here, so there is an article 308 to 323, and see, students, part number 14A discuss about the tribunals. Okay, and it was also added later, so you can see this is a separate part, subpart, and it contained two article 323A and 323B. Okay, see part number 15 of Indian Constitution mentioning about the Election Commission, so it contain article 324 to 329A. Part number 16, if you see, that contain special provision relating to certain class, like scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBC and other classes are there. Student, part number 17, that is connected with the official language, 343 to 351, and there are majorly three chapters. Chapter 1 is mentioning about the language of the union, 2 is mentioning about the regional language, and chapter 3 is mentioning about the language of the Supreme Court, High Court, and so on. And there is a chapter 4 also, that is about the special directives, means how you are going to improve, propagate the English language, basically the Hindi language to the other part of India. Okay, so there is a basically provision to expand some languages and all. So there is some data and article you need to remember for the same, students. Then part number 18 contain about the provisional, basically that emergency power. It starts from article 352 to 360. There's a three type of emergency, as you know. Under 352, national emergency, 356, state emergency, as well as 360, that is mentioning about the financial emergency in India students. Okay, 361 to 367, that contain miscellaneous provision, and part number 20 of the Indian Constitution, it contain Article 368 students. Okay, so this is also important, just try to remember. And as I told you, this concept is brought from South Africa. I hope it is okay, everyone. A very good evening, everyone. Okay, easy, just try to remember. Now if you see students, part number 21, that is temporary, as there was an Article 370, no more. Transition and special provision, Article 369 to 392. Okay, the part number 22, short title, commencement, authoritative text in Indian, and repeals. This is from Article 393 to 395. So this is 22 parts of Indian Constitution, and you all need to remember according to their subject matter as well as the article. Yes, sometimes it is very boring, but I'm recommending you one thing, students, as you all preparing for a very great as well as most prestigious examination. Not only post examination is also very prestigious. So once you give the mains, now once you give the interview, and let's suppose you're living in an area where students are residing, automatically your your influence in that area is going to be very different. Okay, so you'll see, once you live in this area, once you meet with the people are explaining he given mains, he given interview 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So why they're basically using this suffix or prefix? Okay, basically to present that he is little different, he is different among who are living here. Okay, so this is important, students. Okay, so now the most important part of the this class is doing MCQs. That is, as I told you, students, you all can enjoy the session by by going through this. Okay, and this is prelims possible, and this is a spacebook book that is created by Arihant for your better preparation. So I recommend you one thing personally. If you are going to participate in any state PSC, UPSC, you must go with the book, and that book is very important, and that will build your concept with your MCQs. Okay, so see how many parts, articles, and schedule was there in original Indian Constitution. Student, whenever you will talk about the original Constitution, okay, as well as present Constitution. Original 26th January 1950, present Constitution 22nd February 2024. Okay, student, initially we have some part, schedule and articles. Initially we have 22 parts, but students, as you know, there are few parts added, like part 4A. Okay, one part was removed, that was part number 7, then part 9A, 9B, and part number 14A. So automatically these 4 sub part is added and one part is removed. So the number is going to be 25. Getting it? I hope it is okay. Okay, initially we have 8 schedule, but there are 9, 10, 11 and 12th schedule was added to the Indian Constitution later, and now we have 12 schedule of Indian Constitution, students. If we talk about the article, initially this was 395. Even today, if you see, a few subpart is added, like in this we added article 51A. So by this way, by adding this subpart, the number increased to 470, or somewhere it is written that 478. So according to your examination option, you must go with the same. So if you see what you find here, basically initially we have 22 part in the Indian Constitution, 395 article and 8 schedule, and this is asked by examination multiple time, like Madhya Pradesh 1990 JPSC, State PSC. They are asking these type of question continuously. So I just added here. In original text of Indian Constitution, it contained 22 parts, 395 article and 8 schedule of Indian Constitution. Currently, the Constitution of India has approximately 478 articles divided into 22 parts and 12 schedule. We already discussed about the same. The Constitution of India is the supreme law of India, which define the government fundamental practical values, policies, process, power and right along with the duties students. Okay, getting it? Now just move to the next question. If you see, in which part of the Constitution the provision related to Panchayati Raj have been included? Which part of the Constitution the provision related to Panchayati Raj included? So as we already discussed, Panchayat, municipalities, these are the local government thing. So Panchayat was added by 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. Okay, municipalities was added by 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. Panchayat is added under Part 9 of Indian Constitution. Municipality is added under the Part 9A of Indian Constitution. Panchayat is basically for the rural area. Okay, and municipality is basically for the urban area students. Okay, so if you see, if you go with the option, automatically which option is going to be correct? Panchayati Raj. Okay, Part 6, as you know, it is about the state. Part 7, repealed. Repealed means it is not there, repealed. And Part 8 is connected with the Union Territory, and Part 9 is connected with the Panchayat students. So see, explanation is here, and that is also in a very systematic and easy format. If you go through it, what you find through the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, Panchayati Raj was included under Article 343 to 343O in the Part 9 of Indian Constitution, and also a new part added, that is for the municipalities, and it was added by 74th Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. I hope you are able to connect it. Now we're moving towards the another question, and this question you must see it very carefully. It says that which of the following statement is or are correct? Okay, Part 10 of Indian Constitution deals with the schedule and tribal area. This part contains Article 220 to 224. This part deals with the formation of autonomous state comprising of certain tribal area in Assam, and Assam also under the 5th schedule of the Indian Constitution. See, as you know, we have how many schedule? 12 schedule now, but initially there was only 8 schedule. And student, if we talk about, there is a schedule number 5 and schedule number 6. It is basically for the tribal area as well as schedule area. But under the schedule number 6, Assam, AMTM is there. Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya and Mizoram. Okay, so you can remember in this format AMTM or ATM square. Okay, so by any method you can remember. So automatically find Assam is not under the 5th schedule, it is under the 6th schedule of Indian Constitution. So whenever you get 4, it is going to be incorrect. Part 10 of Indian Constitution deals with the schedule and tribal area. You will say yes sir, it is very right. And this part deals with the formation of autonomous state comprising of certain tribal area in Assam. So see how it is easy, very easy it is. And basically Part 10 of Indian Constitution only contain one article. Okay, that is Article 244 and 244A. So you not need to worry for it, you just simply remember this. So automatically option B is also going to be incorrect. So option 1, option 2 means statement 1 and statement 3 is correct. So if according to the code 1 and 3 is going to be correct, means option A is going to be correct. So we are going to see explanation also. Okay, see, Part 10 of the Indian Constitutions entails the provisions related to the schedule and tribal areas. Article 244, which deal with the formation of an autonomous state comprising certain tribal areas in Assam, okay, and creation of local legislature or council of minister, or both therefore. So that's why statement 1 and 3 is going to be correct. But why statement 2 and 4 is incorrect? Because article 244 deals with the administration of scheduled tribal and schedule area. Okay, so 244 under the article, part number 10. If you see, Assam does not came under the 5th schedule of Indian Constitution. It is under the 6th schedule of Indian Constitution. Only 10 states, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan, Telangana, these all are the part of the 10th, basically this 5th schedule of the Indian Constitution, students. Getting it? So things are easy, but a right content, basically a trustworthy content required for the examination. So be ready for the same. Now, which part and chapter of Indian Constitution deals with the legislative relation between the union and state, students? Union and state. Okay, so opt carefully. Okay, so there is a 2 chapter. One is called as legislative relation chapter and another is administrative relation chapter. Okay, so this is under part 1, means chapter 1, and this is under chapter 2. Okay, and students, it is mentioned under part number 11 of the Indian Constitution. So what is it mentioning? Which of the following deals with the legislative relation between the union and state? Legislative relation. Getting it? So it is mentioned under article 245 to 255. And if you talk about the part number 11, it contains article from 245 to 263. Very important. Just try to remember for the same. So automatically option A is going to be correct for the same, students. And we are going to see explanation also. And as I told you multiple times, this book contains a very beautiful explanation for each and every question. So you must go with the book for your better preparation and score. Okay. It is also important. So part 11 of Indian Constitution, chapter 1 of the Indian Constitution, means part 11 chapter 1, deals with the relation between union and state. Article 245 to 263 included in this part give information about various aspects of this relationship, students. Also very important. Just try to remember. Now, if you see the 5th question, part 16 of Indian Constitution deals with what? Administrative tribunals, All India Service, Finance Commission, or special provision with the certain classes. Okay, part number 16 contain what? Okay, so if we talk about the administrative tribunals, so we can see according to the article 323A and 323B, and as it is at article 323, so it is already the part of part number 14 of Indian Constitution, but it is added under part 14A because it was added by a separate amendment. Okay, if we talk about the All India Service, part number 14, article 315, 323. But one very important thing, students, All India Service is under article 312, where for the creation of All India Service and mentioned under article 312. So sometime it is also going to be important ki who has right to create the a new All India Service. Presently we have 3 All India Service. I'm just writing here: IAS, IPS and IFOS, Forest Service, not Foreign Service. Finance Commission under article 280, and if it is article 280, so automatically it will be the part of part number 12 of Indian Constitution. Okay, so if you see special provision for certain class like OBC, SC, ST, okay, so there are some special provision given for them. So you'll find it is under article 330 to 342, and it contain a part, that is part number 16. So automatically this statement D is going to be correct for the same students, and this is the previous year question for the UPPCS RO and ARO mains 2017. I hope you all getting it. Important. So I'm just explaining this according to the book explanation. Part number 16 of Indian Constitution contain article 330 to 342, and it deals with the special provision for certain classes. Apart from this, administrative tribunals is related to part number 14A. We already discussed. All India Service part number 14, 308 to 323, and Finance Commission under part 12 under article 280. We already discussed about the same. Okay, now if you see here the sixth question, consider the following statement, and it is asked in UPSC IAS pre and UPPSC pre. There are 20 parts in the Constitution of India. Okay, there are total 390 articles in the Constitution of India. 9th, 10th, 12th schedule were added in Indian Constitution by amendment. Okay, so which of the following statement is correct? Okay, so see carefully. As you know, we how many parts we have? Initially we have 22 parts, but now we have 25 if we include the sub part. No, we don't have 390 article. Initially we have 395, and now it is more than 470 if we include sub articles. 9th schedule, 10th schedule, 12th as well as 11th, they all added by amendment. So if you go through your option, automatically only option 3 is correct. Okay, so only statement 3 is correct. Why? 9, 10th, 11th and 12th schedule, they were added to the Constitution of India by the Constitutional Amendment Act. 9th schedule has been added by first Constitutional Amendment Act 1951. The 10th was added by 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1985, 11th by 73rd and 12th by 74th Amendment. Student, statement 1 and 2 is incorrect because as you know we have 25 part, or you can say 22 part initially, not 20, 470 articles, not 390. Okay, important. Now we are going to see another question that is also belonging to UPPCS mains 2009, and students, this question is basically match based question, list 1 to list 2, and select the correct answer by using the code given below. List 1 to list 2 you have to match. Okay, so part 9 of Indian Constitution deals with what? Part 8 of the Indian Constitution deals with what? Part 4A and part 9A. List 2 contain union territory, list 2 union territory, municipality, panchayat and fundamental duties. As you know students, fundamental duty is under part 4A, as well as part 9 contain about the panchayat, part 8 about the union territory, as well as part 9A for the municipalities. So if you go in this format, A3, B1, C4 and D2. So 3, 1, 4, 2. Automatically option A is going to be correct, students. I hope you all able to connect it. Easy. Just try to remember for the same. Okay. So we already discussed part 9 of the Indian Constitution deals with the panchayat. It was added by 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992. It contained 92 subjects related to Panchayati Raj. Part 8 of Indian Constitution deals with the union territory. It deals with the administration, article 239, creation of local legislature or council of minister for certain union territory, article 239A, High Court for Union Territory 241. Okay, part 4A by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, part 9A, basically it is by the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, and it contains municipalities. Okay, so just try to remember this also. Now we are moving towards the another question, and that is question number 8 from the same chapter and first topic. Once again, match the following question, list 1 to list 2. Select the correct answer by using the code given below in the list. Okay, subject and part of the constitution. If you see the list 1, organization of village panchayat. B says that abolition of title to provide the opportunities for education to the child ward between 6 to 14 years of age, and India, that is Bharat, is the union state. And list 2 contain part of the constitution. Organization of village panchayat. Okay, abolition of title and this. Okay, so if you see directive principle of state policy is basically organization of village panchayat. If you know article number 40 is the part of DPSP. So A1, okay, abolition of title is under article number 18 of Indian Constitution, and it is a fundamental right. So B3, to provide opportunity for education. Okay, education to the children below the age 6 to 14. It is a fundamental duty, and students automatically this list 2 4th, and India, that is Bharat, is the union and state provision. So what you find, 1342 1342 is basically right match is option 2. So just go with the option 2. Okay, so if you see organization of village panchayat is the subject of directive principle of state policy under part 4 of Indian Constitution, and it is mentioned under article 40 of Indian Constitution. Okay, abolition of titles under article 18 part number 3, fundamental right to provide the opportunity for education to the children's ward between 6 to 14 years of age. It is a fundamental duty under part 4A of Indian Constitution, and it was added as a 11th fundamental duties. Students, hello Darsh, hello, how are you? Okay, so I hope you all able to connect it now. So India, that is Bharat, is the union of state, is mentioned under article 1 of Indian Constitution part 1. Getting it? Easy. Okay, now we're moving towards the another question. Darsh Tiwari, what happened to you? Language problem? Language में दिक्कत आ रही है? Okay, as this is an English class, so that's why I'm just trying to explain in English. अगर आपको हिंदी में पढ़ना है, so there are some other classes also. Okay, I know if you're belonging to अगर Hindi belt, so it may create problem, and as you join this class later, na, so it may create problem. Try to join class in initial, means at 9 PM sharp. 9 बजे आप मिलिए, ताकि जब हम कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ाते हैं तब भी आपको चीज़ें समझ में आए. एंड एज आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू स्टूडेंट्स, दिस बुक इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू अलॉट. सो दर्श, आप बुक्स के साथ भी जाइए, इट विल बी ऑल्सो गुड फॉर यू. गेटिंग इट? यस नो क्या कर रहे हो तुम? प्रॉब्लम लिखो. ओके, इजी. सो वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस, वी आर गोइंग टू मैच list 1 to list 2. Okay, and this question belonging to UPPSC pre 2013, RO as well as ARO, means 2013. List 1, list 2. You are just joking. So you are going to be beaten by me. Okay, so just try to match it. Part 15 of Indian Constitution deals with what? Part 16, Part 17 and Part number 18. Emergency, official language, as well as election. So if you talk about the Part 15 of Indian Constitution, okay, so how to explain, Darsh? Okay, Part 15 of Indian Constitution. Okay, so as you know, there is a provision for election, article 324 to 329. Okay, so automatically for list number 1, A statement, and it is going to match with the list number 2, 4th statement. Okay, part number 16 of the Constitution, it contains basically article 330 to basically 344. So what you find there, it contains the special provision regarding certain class. Okay, so 342. So this is third. Okay, if we talk about the part number 17 of the Indian Constitution, that contain official language 343 to 351. So second one. And part number 18, that is about the emergency provision, and it is 1. Okay, getting it? Easy. Okay, so you have to see where it is in decreasing order. 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, the option B is going to be correct for the same. See, we added explanation in a very systematic format here. Okay, and don't get confused. It is happening. Okay. So answer B, the correct matching is A4, B3, C2 and D1. And part 15 of the Indian Constitution includes election provision with article 324 to 329, which deal with the Election Commission of India. Part number 16, we already discussed. It is about the special provision relating to the certain classes and like provision for SC and ST. Part number 17, 343 to 351. And it contains the official language. Okay, and there is basically 4 chapters. Language of the Union, regional language, language of the judiciary, and text of law, and then special directives. Part number 18, that contains the emergency provision, article 352 to 360. Okay, so we already discussed about the same thing. So just try to remember, just try to follow the same. If you go to if you move to the 10th question, it says that which of the following is not correctly matched under the Constitution of India. Once again, the match based question, UPPCS, UP, RO and ARO. The Panchayat, part number 9. Municipalities, part number 9A. Cooperative societies, part number 9B. And tribunals under part number 10. As you know, students, basically part number 10 is about the schedule and tribal area, and tribunals is mentioned under part number 14A. Okay, so D is not correct match. Okay, so D is going to be correct for the same students. So pair D is not correctly matched because tribunals came under part 14A of Indian Constitution. Part 14A is incorporated in Indian Constitution by 42nd Amendment Act 1976 to empower the Parliament and state legislature to set up law administrative tribunal for the dispute and complaint in all service matter relating to recruitment and condition of service of public servant students. I hope you all getting it. Easy everyone. Important. Now 11th question, if you see, once again this is match based question. So match with list 1 to list 2. Okay, using the select option. Okay, so part 1, part 3, part 9 and part 2. You have to match with the list 2 given data. Part 1, students, as you know, it is about the union and its territory. So A4. Part 3 is about the fundamental right. B1. Part C, basically this part number 9 is connected with the Panchayati Raj. C2, and the remaining one is part number 2 is connected with the citizenship. So it is 3. 4 1 2 3. 4 1 2 3. So automatically the answer will be D. Okay, you must know something. Otherwise, let's suppose you're joining the class in between the session, definitely you're going to lose the concept. Okay, so just try to take the classes on serious note, and it is going to start every day at 9 PM sharp. Okay, easy. So the correct match is A4, B1, C2 and D3. Part 1 of Indian Constitution deals with the union and its territory. It includes Article 1 to 4. Part 3 of Indian Constitution deal with the fundamental right. Article 12 to 35 mention the fundamental right. Okay, we already discussed. And part 9 Indian Constitution deal with the Panchayati Raj, article 243 to 243O. Part 2 of Indian Constitution deal with the citizenship, article 5 to 11. Okay, so this is important, just try to remember for the examination. I hope you all getting it. Okay, student, if you see the 12th question, which one among the following not correctly match? Once again, this match based question, and I told you students the concept we already discussed. Okay, let me show you. Here we discuss concept in a very systematic format. Okay, so that's why I recommended you multiple time. I'm mentioning it multiple time. Try to join the classes as it is going to start at 9 p.m. Okay, so this is one thing. Now we are moving towards the questions. Don't worry. Okay, now you have to see the provision and you have to match with the you have to check which is not correctly matched. Citizenship under part 2 of Indian Constitution, will say yes sir. Union territory part 7, municipalities part 9A, and election 15. So as you know students, part 7 contain article 238 and that is no more. Union territory is mentioned under part 8 of Indian Constitution, article 239 to 242. So this is going to be important. So B is going to be correct according to the options. Getting it? Now, part B is not correctly matched because union territory are included in part 8 of Indian Constitution. Article 239 to 242 mention various provision related to union territory. Part 7 of Indian Constitution deals with the basically there is state that was mentioned under part A, part B, part C, part D, but it is no more. Okay, just remember. Okay, now we have the 13th question, which among the following is not correctly matched in provision and part of Indian Constitution format? Official language, part number 17. Union territory, part number 8. Schedule and tribal area, part number 10. Tribunals, part number 11. Not correctly matched. Official language, part number 17, article 343 to 351. We already discussed. 4 chapters are there. Union territory, part number 8, article 239 to 242. Okay. Schedule and tribal, article 240. Basically there will be article 244. Okay, part 10. And tribunals, once again we already discussed, it is mentioned under part number 14A. Okay, so this is important, just try to connect it. Okay, so it is not correctly matched where, because it is part 14A, not 11. Okay, now next question, once again it is in the same format, match the following. Again, and you have to check which is not correctly matched. Fundamental duties, part 4A. State, part number 6. Attorney General of India, part number 13. And services under union and state, part number 14. So student, Attorney General of India and under article 76 of Indian Constitution, and basically article 76 is the part of part number 5, because part 5 contain article 52 to 151. So see, Attorney General of India is incorrectly matched here. Okay, so if you see, pair C is not correctly matched because pair part number 13 is about the article 301 to 307, and it consists of trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India. Article 76 of Indian Constitution under the part 5 deals with the provision of, or deals with the position of Attorney General. So I hope you all able to connect it. This is about the first topic of this chapter, about the parts. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about the schedule, and the schedules are also very, very important, and that's why I told you this book contains lots of information. Okay, there is some special bullets also that will be helpful for your revision as well as for the examination. So stay tuned with the Arihant as well as this YouTube channel, IAS with Arihant, and this series that is Prelims Possible, and go with the book students. It will be good for you. It is available for history, polity, geography, economics as well as for the science also. This book contains 100% error free detailed information, knowledge plus with the typical question, PYQ bullet for revision, and free packages chapter test also. So thank you so much students for joining and listening me. We'll meet soon tomorrow, same time. Thank you so much. As well as if you are watching this session in recorded format, just give your answer in the comment box.